just sign my life away to you.
Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. Welcome to Kiki and Kardashians with Mary and Reality by Ashley. And welcome to our part 2. And if you missed part 1 after you watched us, you need to go back and check out our part 1. So this week we are going to be discussing, first of all, we have breaking news. Travis is in the hospital, guys. If you haven't heard already, Travis is in the hospital, so we are going to be discussing that. And then we're going to take up where we left off last week and talk about Khloe's heartbreak for the 1 billionth time, Kylie being adorable pregnant, and all things Kris. So, hi, Ashley. How are you?
Doing great. Super excited to talk about this. Sad about Travis, but excited to talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, sad about Travis. I mean, I hope he's okay.
Shocking. There's a lot of things that they've been talking a lot about how it's like there's been a lot of drummers that have been kind of sick and dying this year. So it's kind of big for that community. I mean, it's obviously kind of an issue, like, and now he's like a reality star. So it's kind of big in that. So I think it's kind of a top page news story today.
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, the Kardashian curse is being mentioned.
Which is, we said this, it's like sick.
Yes.
Right?
Crazy.
So we do know a reason. We do know why, right? We
yes.
know why he's in the hospital, and it's pancreatitis.
Yes.
I don't know how a Kardashian could have caused that. I will say, though, I did kind of speculate at first that it was maybe some of their like weird cleanses that they've been doing, because they spent the whole season being like, we're not eating any food, we're just putting herbs in our butts.
Right, exactly.
And so when you texted me, I was like, maybe he just needs meat. But no, this is really sad.
And
pancreatitis is very serious.
They think it might have been a side effect of a colonoscopy that he had recently.
Yeah, and I don't know the medicine behind how that's
right. But
possible.
Apparently that could happen when you have a colonoscopy. You could, that could happen apparently. So who knows?
Okay, well, hopefully if they know that, then that means that there's something that can be done about it.
Right.
I was kind of looking it up, and it seemed to be like a temporary kind of an inflammation issue or something.
Right, exactly.
So I think it's possible like that everything's going to be okay. I hope.
Right. So a Kardashian curse has nothing to do with it. Being married to Kourtney didn't cause this.
Yes, Kourtney Kardashian's husband.
I know, Kourtney Kardashian's husband. I know.
When have we ever seen that in the headlines before?
I know. Have we ever heard Kanye be referred to as Kim Kardashian's husband?
Kanye Kardashian? How funny would that be?
I know, that would be.
He should have changed his name to that.
I know. I would have loved that.
I feel like Corey, I feel like any of them, if any of them were going to do that, I feel like Corey Kardashian is next. Or he's at least going to start spelling it Corey with a K. Yes. He wants to. Kris
he wants to.
You know she's got the paperwork all drawn up.
Yes, she does. Oh, yes, she does.
We'll talk lots more about her later, and we have to talk a little bit about Corey when we talk about her.
Yes, we do. Yes, because Corey, because Corey and Kris are a package now.
Yes.
Corey goes to those family meetings, so they're a package now.
Honestly, I'm more of a Corey, I guess. Like, as much as I think that I'm a Kardashian, I feel like I would, if I can't have the main seat, like I will just Corey my way into the situation and just be
happy to be a
I'll just be
Corey
happy
at the family
to be
meeting
in the background.
Right.
I'll sit at the end of the table. You don't have to include me. Like, I'll be down there. It's fine.
Right, exactly.
It's enough for me.
Listening, just soaking it all in.
I respect that about him. He's just happy to be invited.
Rooting through their unorganized refrigerator every now and then.
Yeah, maybe he's the one that eats all that like weird display salad. Since the last video, I think I was like, I'm going to attempt to, and it's like, I didn't even get close. My fridge is probably worse than last week, to be honest. So I don't think I'm ever going to be It's just not in the cards for me.
We could dream, Ashley. We could dream of having pantries as beautifully organized as Chloe's.
There's people who have it for sure.
I know there is, but not us.
I have very clean, organized friends. And so I'm the messy one. I want to see inside the pantries they're not showing us. Like, what does Kendall's pantry look like? It's probably just like a box of half-eaten Triscuits.
I was gonna say Kendall doesn't have anything in her pantry. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's just like Triscuits and like a dustpan.
Right, I know.
I mean, you have to assume they lead with the best, right? Because they never film. There's like certain places they don't film, right?
Yes,
like they very rarely film at Kendall's. And her house kind of looks like an Airbnb that they just kind of rented anyway.
Yeah, her house is like so sterile. Is it? Well, Kendall is a hypochondriac, so
yeah. I like Chloe's new house. How everything's like fur.
I love Chloe's new house.
Of, like pink glow. It's like a pink fur house. That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Yes. So do we have anything else to say about the whole Travis.
Yeah. So we should talk about what do you think that the prognosis is going to be as far as like, is he going to pull through? Is this going to go on for a long time? Do you think Chris is there filming, having the producers there? That I saw a meme of her like getting everybody rallied to go to the hospital.
I think he's going to pull through fairly quickly. I think he'll be out of the hospital by the weekend. Okay, that is my prediction. That is my non-professional prediction.
We're not doctors.
We're not doctors, but that is my non-professional prediction. And yes, I think Chris will have the cameras there when Travis leaves the hospital.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this whole thing,
My sister doesn't like the show as much because like she thinks that if you follow them kind of in the day-to-day that watching the show is going back. Right. And like, you're not, it's kind of like in the past, we already know about it, but I like how much deeper it goes because it's like, yeah, like, oh yeah, he went to the hospital, but they're going to have a camera on when she's like, oh my gosh, 911.
Exactly.
Travis can't breathe or whatever. And it's like, that's what I want to see. I want to see him getting like carted off on the stretcher. I want to know how they pick their outfits to go to the hospital. I want to know it all. That's the stuff you don't get on Instagram.
How does she pick her outfit to go to the hospital? Calling Chris. Travis is going to the hospital, and
I could care less how staged. I could watch them perform a Victorian stage performance. Like, I'll watch them do Shakespeare. I don't care how scripted it is. How
Ashley will be the Corey in the audience. She just
Corey in the front row, just happy to be there. Just keep beating me there. Just keep beating it to me. I'm a big Travis. Actually, Blink-182, fun fact, was the last concert that I went to before COVID stopped everything. So like I went to the Blink-182 concert. It was amazing. And then like 2 weeks later, it was COVID and there was no concerts ever again.
Wow.
Since then, I've been to a few, but that's kind of my reference of Blink-182. So I did get to see him right before COVID, but he was not related to Kardashians then.
Yeah.
So I was just a fan of the music.
That was a pre-Kardashian.
Next time I see them, I'm going to be like, Kourtney Kardashian's husband. How funny. Oh no. Do you think anybody at a Blink-182 concert is like yelling for Kourtney?
That would be hysterical. Now
I saw Gwen Stefani backstage at a Blake Shelton concert once.
Oh, really?
Is that related to this? So it's possible, guys. It's possible.
It is kind of related, but that's hysterical though. If they're at a Blink-182 concert screaming for Kourtney.
I would be that. I mean, that's like the perfect crossover. Like I would be that person that would be doing that.
That is like your dream, Ashley, just to think about it.
Or like to cosplay her at the concert. Like
no, to spot her at the concert.
Oh yes. Yeah. She'd be sitting there like, yes, this
Oh my
so
God.
good. Let's mosh. When she did that little clip when she like mocked the video of like Travis, let's
Yes.
mosh. I was like, she's quickly becoming one of my favorites.
Yes. Oh, Ashley, that would be your moment.
I have more love for Courtney, I think, than I ever have. I'm finding her like more and more relatable the more unbelievable that she becomes.
Right.
If that makes any sense. Like it's
It
almost
does.
like she's being more real.
Right.
Because she's putting it up front, you know?
Right. Yeah, no, I get it. So do we want to talk about poor Chloe getting her heart broken 1,000 times?
I feel bad for her. I definitely know what it's like to give somebody a million chances. I love how she always does the like inspirational quotes post.
Yes.
Whenever things are weird with them, she'll post like taking the high road is the way to go in the long run, and like with the little meme with the hearts and stuff, and I'm just, that's relatable to me for sure.
Yes.
How poorly she's handling that situation is relatable to me, I feel like.
And I also, what was relatable to me was the conversation she was having with Kim on how, you know, she was just trying to give it one more chance for their daughter. And it was just like, it just couldn't, you know, it just couldn't work anymore. And it was, you know, and her and Kim talking about their experiences, how Kim, you know, was trying to work things out with Kanye. And
Kim was ruthless.
Yes.
There's like that clip going around where she's like, I feel really bad for her, even though she took that loser back.
I know.
So she was like scathing. That was definitely sisters. I say a lot of the time, because I have a sister, I say a lot of the time that one of the things I love about the show is the sister dynamic. And I feel like that, how they're all kind of handling that is like very sister dynamic, to be
right,
to be on her side, but then also completely not surprised by what's going on.
Yeah.
Kristen is just, I don't think it's gonna work.
Kim could be really ruthless. I mean, she just cut him off at the knees.
She's in her like ruthless era though. I mean, she said, she's like, if it's not positive energy, I'm out, you know. So she's probably more than ever. And this was like, they've been fighting forever, because remember when she was like what was it? It was like she was sticking her tongue out at him or something, like at the hospital, or like, I feel like there was and then she had to like formally apologize for it, and then she blocked him and had to like publicly unblock him. So they've been, she's always been skeptical. She's always been skeptical of him. Which is good. I mean, she's the older sister of that dynamic. So
poor Chloe tried to make it work, and it just didn't work.
The machine works fast, because that day that they were seen on Father's Day together, it was like the next day, all the news was Chloe is dating, like secretly, quietly dating like an investment banker or something. And it's like I said, I don't really mind when it's scripted, but I feel like that is so obvious that she just like wanted to put something out there that wasn't all about her taking him back. And she just was like, no, I'm dating other people too. Like, I'm dating this investment banker.
Kim, and supposedly Kim set her up on the date with the investment banker.
Okay, I did not know that.
I just read that today.
This is the kind of stuff we need to see the episodes. Like, we need to see the behind the scenes for that.
Right. But
and I'd love to know who this guy is too. Like, who is he?
Right. Some dude with money.
Probably. I hope so, right? I mean, you wouldn't want her to have more money. I think, I mean, they get a lot of flack, I think, for dating like athletes and musicians, but it's like, who has more money than them?
Right.
Like, who are they supposed to date? You know what I mean? Like, just and everybody says like, oh, it should just be a regular person, but it's like, you know what it's like in life when you make slightly less or slightly more than somebody, now times that by millions. Right. It's like, you don't want to be in that dynamic.
Right, exactly. No.
So they have to find people that are kind of on their playing field, I guess. So I don't really ever fault that. Like if that would have come out that she was dating some other basketball player, I would have been like, fine. Everybody's got a type.
Right. And basketball players make millions. I mean, come on. It's not like, you know, they're broke.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. Like, why do they only date famous rappers and famous athletes? It's like, because if I had $20 million, so would I.
Exactly. Hello.
What? Who? What? Right? That seems pretty, like a lot of the criticisms of them are like so easy to debunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what would you do? It's like anything that you have to say. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow with like $50 million? Tell me that you wouldn't act a little weird, make some weird decisions.
Tell me you wouldn't buy yourself a private plane. Tell me you wouldn't
have an entire refrigerator just full of salad.
Right, exactly. I mean, come on.
It's hard to know what any of us would do.
Exactly. Until you wake up with $50 million tomorrow.
Ready.
And I am so ready to wake up with $50 million tomorrow.
Right? This episode is going to be the one that gets you like,
right. I hope so.
We're just going to be rich
great.
tomorrow, and everyone's going to be saying like, I knew about this. Amazing. Well, I'm ready.
So do we think Tristan, what do we think about Tristan? Like,
Tristan sucks. I've never liked him. I didn't even know about him as a basketball player before this. I just think he's shady. Like he cheated with Chloe and then on Chloe, and he seems insecure. He seems like a little boy.
Yeah. She's better off without him. Hopefully they could co-parent.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, that's the thing when you have a lot of money, right? Like I'm sure he's got nannies, she's got nannies, the nanny probably goes in between. So the co-parenting part is just like they're at each other's house.
Right.
You know, who's spending money on the kid, you know. They might get like, oh, you went out when you had her, or like you should
exactly.
When you have
or
her,
you had somebody over that
you had somebody over. Yeah, I mean that's probably what it's more like. But as far as childcare, I'm sure they've got that part of it taken care of. I mean, I've heard about some of these nanny situations. Like Courtney doesn't have the best reputation with her nannies.
I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, there's like. It's like, well, and I don't know, again, I don't necessarily know like where I stand on this, but it's just very kind of known that I think that, I mean, she sees the nanny as like an employee of the children, right? So like the children are like the client. And so they're always right. So like, I think there was one instance where like Penelope like hit one of them or something. I think that's what happened. And then that was like a big ordeal and she had to get a new nanny.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear that. Oh my.
There's a little bit there. I don't know how much is really relevant in that anymore because the kids are a little bit older. I mean, I'm sure they always have somebody watching them, but I don't know really like what the dynamic is there. It would be very interesting. I know a lot of them have rules where it's like, you can't take pictures of my kid. You know, you can't be on FaceTime, or like you can't be on FaceTime around them. You can't be on, you know, you can't post about them on Instagram. You can't share your location when you're with them. All rules and stuff like that.
Right, of course. Yeah. I mean, and that's for safety too. So.
Oh, absolutely. People are freaks.
Yes, people are freaks. People are freaks. And I just wanted to point out one thing I found, like how, was it Kylie or Kendall? I don't remember. I think it was Kendall talking about that not only did Tristan betray Chloe, but he betrayed the whole family.
Kendall, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Kylie, I'm not exactly sure if Kylie has weighed in on this or not.
Yeah.
She definitely knows about it, but I don't remember if she even said anything about it or if it was more just like her texts. I think Kendall was the one that got more into it.
Which, if you think about it, I mean, he did betray the whole family because everybody trusted him. They like took him in and they considered him to be like Kardashian, like one of them. And what did he do? He cheated on Khloe again.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's the part is like not necessarily the first time around, but then once it was kind of reestablished, I think
Right,
that's where the betrayal was kind of at. It was more like this really happened again, and
Right.
we found out about it in, a news article from Instagram or whatever. And so I think
Right.
I can understand where they're coming from with that.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit on the last episode when we were talking about Scott and like
Right.
what his responsibility to the family or their responsibility to him, I guess, like where that lies. And I think that with Tristan, it's like just cut. It's not like the Scott situation at all. You know what I mean? It's like Tristan is so easily cut out of this equation. They don't need him. They don't need to protect him. He can go on with. Exactly. I just hope there's not like a third time.
I know. Mama Bubbles in the chat wants to know, why do these women take back cheaters?
Because they think that it's going to be different.
Right, exactly. And
they want to be with the person.
They want to work. They want to make it work for their family. Like Khloe wanted to make it work for True.
It's hard. I mean, so many people are judging them, right? So like for her, it's like if she's not with him, she's going to be judged so much more harsh than like just a regular, like if I had a kid and I wasn't with his dad or whatever, you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of expecting them to fail. Right. So I think for her, there's kind of a vindication of like, if I can make this work, then I'm proving everybody wrong.
Exactly.
I think Kim felt that way for a long time too, but Kanye and he ended up being the problem.
Right. And I think Courtney felt like that for a long time too, with Scott really trying to work it out for the sake of their family. And obviously that didn't work either. Yeah. So
yeah, I just think that Tristan's been around a lot less. I mean, I know they do have a kid, but he's just, it's easier to kind of phase him out. But I think she probably took him back because she wanted to. I mean, ultimately, it's like you're with who you want to be with, right? She obviously wanted to be with Tristan Thompson, and she wanted to like have a family unit, and those are things that were important to her. So she probably just took a chance. She seemed more angry than surprised.
Right. I think she was more angry that she didn't hear it from him. That she had to find out, like you said, through some news article, that he did a court deposition. I mean, it was a news article about a court deposition.
It's hard though, because it's like, imagine that conversation.
Right.
How is that supposed to go? You know what I mean? It's so easy to judge that, but it's like if I was the one that had to make that call and be like, hey, so you're probably gonna find out about this thing soon.
But I think he should have told her when he had to go for the deposition. Hey, listen, Khloe, I fucked up.
The birthday thing, yeah.
I have to go for this deposition now because this woman is claiming that I'm the father of her child.
Because we had sex on his birthday party, the day of his birthday party or something.
I know, but he should have came to her when he got the order to go for the deposition. Okay. Yeah. Not wait until he did the deposition, and then it was leaked, and this article comes out, and then oops, yeah, Khloe, this happened. No, when he got the order to go for the deposition, he should have sat down with her and had that conversation.
For sure.
And said, listen, I fucked up. This is what happened. Now I have to go and do this. I'm letting you know that I'm going to do this. Not going and doing the whole deposition. And then there's attorneys and court reporters and this, that, and it's going to get leaked.
It's bad. It is so bad.
It's so bad. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. And I just want to thank everyone that is in the chat that's watching us. Thank you, guys.
I don't see.
Yes, Ashley
can't see any of that. So anybody who's commenting, I love you all too. I can't. As far as I know, it's crickets and nobody loves us. So
no, people love us. And and he just, that is where he's a major douchebag. Okay, because yes, you fucked up. You fucked up. but you needed to have that conversation before
It's a
you went for the
rough
deposition.
conversation.
It's a
Do you
rough
think
conversation.
it? Do you
Like, did
think
he
it
really
made?
think that she was never going to find out? Eventually, she was gonna find
But
out
he
about the
didn't have to
deposition.
be the one to tell her. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, but
he would rather. I think maybe he would rather have to respond to her finding out than to be ahead of the story and tell her.
then that's being a pussy, and she's better off without him. She's better off without him. She's better off without him. He's a major pussy, and that's.
I mean, a lot of the times they say like it was so that you could have your kid or whatever, and it's like I do think that. Like I do think for Chloe, it's like she was supposed to have a child, and
Right.
this is just the catalyst for that, and now it's just it's time to move on.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be the investment banker, but hopefully it's somebody.
Yes.
I could also see her being the one that
and-
would be okay with being alone too. Like she has desperate vibes,
right.
kind of, but I think she also kind of has independent vibes too.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Which I completely find relatable in every way. It's like she's
Of
fine doing it
course.
her own way. She just really, really doesn't want to.
Right. Right. And Diamond Girl in the chat says, one, that was a punk ass move on his part. And secondly, finding out that way would have sealed the deal for her. Totally agree. I mean, that is like, ugh. Be a man and sit down and have the conversation.
Oh, it's so awful. Like I have absolutely no defense of it whatsoever, other than the fact that like humans are like weak, and it is so hard to have that conversation. Like,
Right.
should he have been good enough to do that? Yes.
Yes.
Do I understand kind of why he didn't? Yeah, of course. Because of course he knew. That was the other thing, is like you even said that, like, of course she's going to find out, right? So of course this was eventually going to come out. It's not like he was ever going to get away with it, but he did get away with it for longer.
Right.
And he also, like, a lot of her anger was kind of exhausted by the time that she even got to him, as opposed to it just happening right in front of your face. So it's like, if you're a proven shitty person, it's not too hard to believe that you would try to just dodge all the responsibility for as long as you could.
Yeah, exactly. And that proves what kind of a shitty person he is.
And I feel like Scott had a lot of those tendencies too. And it took him a long time before he started owning up to his stuff. And then with Kanye, I don't think he ever will.
Oh, yes.
Because I think a lot of that is mental. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. There's this curse or whatever might just be picking weak men.
Yes. Emotionally weak men.
Yeah, emotionally just just not having it together, like unable to control their like urges, whether it be with like another girl or just by like, because it was like with Tristan, he's a cheater. With Scott, he's like a drinker.
Right.
And with Kanye, he just, with his just
Moves.
over the top, like his like battles.
Right. Mama Bubbles in the chat says, if you take back a cheater, it's teaching your children that it's okay to cheat.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of the people who are critical of Chloe point out that he cheated to be with her. Like she took him away from his first baby mama. They had a relationship. So she's number 2, technically.
Yes.
And she has her child. Now he cheated with this other girl and is having a child. That's the 3rd one.
Yes.
So I don't know what she's teaching who. But I think she still has, I think even despite all that, I think she still has the right to be upset about it.
Yeah. I mean, she does have a right to be upset about it.
Because everybody's relationship is their own, like I don't know. And maybe this is just me and Chloe, but like we're like compartmentalizers, and like, I don't know. It's just very situational. I think that, I don't know. The whole thing makes sense. It's really sad, but I don't know.
My goodness. Okay. Mama Bubbles said that she found out about her ex cheating when the cops came and arrested him for trying to kill his mistress.
That is like a Lifetime movie waiting to happen.
I was going to say that is a Lifetime movie waiting to happen. That is craziness. I think you need to be on a reality show, Mama Bubbles. I think we need to get you cast somewhere.
Yes, Mama Bubbles. And thanks for blowing up our chat as well.
That is crazy. Oh my goodness. So, do we want to talk about how cute Kylie is pregnant?
Oh my gosh, how cute Kylie is in general.
First of
Kylie
all,
does it right. She just shows up for like 2 minutes per season.
Yes, and she's
is adorable, and then is gone, and it's like okay.
Yes, and she, makes things like this lip kit that I'm wearing for the second time.
Oh my gosh, yes, the infamous. You're wearing Mary Jo.
Yes, I'm wearing the Mary Jo lip kit.
Kylie lip kit. I wonder how I've accidentally just said clit. I wonder how many times people have said Kylie. It's a brand opportunity for her.
Yes.
Along the lines of that goopy poosh candle.
Yes, I know. You're still on the waiting list for your pooshy candle.
I'm so afraid of when it becomes available again that I'm gonna have to buy this like $80 candle. And I'm gonna just have to explain it to myself. And
yes, and then we're gonna have to do an episode, and you're gonna have to show it off, like show and tell.
Yeah, maybe if I feature it on here, they'll just send us one.
Pushy. Oh my god!
I want to be one of those people that just gets things and then is like, oh my gosh! So today I'm gonna be using my White Claw.
Yes. Oh,
the unofficial White Claw, the unofficial sponsor of Reality by Ashley until it becomes the official sponsor.
Yes.
That's what I say every episode.
And marijuana. Kiki
from
and
the earth. That can't sponsor us because it's from the earth.
Kiki
that is a gift from our Lord. But
sponsored by White Claw and marijuana.
Love that.
And Kraken for Brianna.
Oh my god, that is accurate. That's like very on brand for her.
Yes, Kraken for Brianna, White Claw for
that's
Ashley.
The spectrum. I was gonna say there's the spectrum right there. Is like me down here. Brianna, I love it. Shout out to her, by the way.
Yes,
we actually have a video of the three of us, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
yes, we do.
So I believe we were talking about Roni.
Yes,
season 13. What I think was the last one, or 12, or whatever that last season was.
Whatever the last season was. Yes.
Yeah. So look that video up if you want to see Brianna added to this conversation. That's a good one.
Yes, it is a good one. It is a good one. So Kylie is adorable. What the hell does she name her son?
Oh my god, I was just asking my sister this. So I don't think he has a name. He was named Wolf.
Right.
Then they decided that was horrible because it's like, who do you even know who's named Wolf besides like Wolf Blitzer?
But who the hell do you know that's named Stormy?
Yeah. But I mean, that fits, I feel like. Kind of, right? Doesn't it? It's better than Wolf. Look at it. Yes. I would say I should do a poll. I should do a poll like which name is better, Stormy or Wolf. But that's not anymore because she like went back on that.
Right. She gave birth to this kid, named him Wolf, and then decided that Wolf wasn't. Yeah. And then I read somewhere that she posted a picture and said something about Stormy, Coconut, and I are having a great day out. And then everybody thought she named the damn kid Coconut. And then it turned out that Coconut was actually Stormy's doll.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's probably not Coconut.
Yes, I hope it's not fucking Coconut.
It's probably not Coco Melon.
Oh, we forgot about Wolf Van Halen, like Diamond Girl pointed out. There's another Wolf.
Okay, I don't know who Kylie would know less as a reference point. Him or Wolf Blitzer.
Right.
He probably doesn't know either. I'm doubting that is who the inspiration was for either of those names. I'm guessing it was like the wolf animal being like ferocious, and then maybe like this little bear came out. The only time that I've even seen a picture of him. It's had like an emoji over his face.
Yes.
So I don't really understand like what is the mystery with this kid specifically, because she didn't have, she hid like the pregnancy of Stormy, but then once Stormy was born, I feel like it was like fair game.
Right.
And this was almost backwards. It was like,
right, exactly. She was very public with the pregnancy,
yeah.
and now that the baby's born, she's very secretive. Yeah.
And I just wonder, like, I don't think there's anything wrong, but it's like, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong we don't know about, like a cover up or something?
I don't know.
And if we knew the name, we could like Google medical records or something. I don't know. I'm speculating.
I don't know. We shall see, I guess.
But no, I love anytime Kylie ever has like a cameo. I feel like she always has like a gifable moment, like every time she's on.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, I don't know. I feel like I feel comfortable with her kind of being like the next generation of all that or whatever. I think she does a lot better job at it than Kendall. Like if Kendall,
definitely. Yeah.
If Kendall was like the face of the future of them, it would be such a snooze fest.
Oh, she has a lot more charisma than Kendall.
Just intrigue as far as like wanting to know what they're up to. I think the most interesting thing about Kendall is her friends.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
So she's friends with like all the supermodels. So it's like, that would be fun. It's like, I would like to see like more stuff with like Hailey Bieber and like the Hadids and all them. Cause they all date each other. Like there's like the Hadid brother.
Right. He's
kind of in that, so that all would be fun to see, but I'm not really interested in like the parts she plays. Yeah, I don't know, but Kylie could have like a very boring life too.
Right, she could, but I doubt it.
I bet they always just have tons of people at their house.
Yes.
That just seems so chaotic.
And play dates with the coolest people.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some party. I think they did like a birthday party for North or something where like Jessica Simpson's kid was there.
Mm-hmm.
And like some other person's kid was there, and they took that private jet somewhere.
Oh my.
I think so.
Well, I know Cardi B's daughter was at Stormy's birthday party. And Stormy and Cardi B's daughter are playmates, so can you imagine?
Right? Her name is Culture. Am I wrong, or did Cardi B have a second kid? That was a boy, and I don't know his name either.
His name is Wave. Yes.
If you told me that I could have my $50 million if I knew the answer to that question, there's no chance I would have I've never heard that in my life.
Yes, his name is Wave.
Wow.
So we have Culture and Wave.
That's not, I like names that go together. I feel like that doesn't go together at all. I mean, not like Stormy and Wolf do. I mean, I guess like Night and Wolf, like they're maybe going for like a scary story theme or something.
Imagine if she names the kid Night. Oh God. We have Stormy Night.
Stormy or like Sunny. What about Sunny? Stormy and Sunny. Cloud.
Oh God.
Cloud.
No.
Cloud's not bad, I feel like.
Rain.
But they already have one of those.
I know.
I don't know. We could do like a whole episode on the kids, I feel like. Even though I don't really want to like talk shit about a bunch of kids. But I feel like Mason Disick is like, where was that kid on January 6th? Seriously.
Mama Bubble says Thunder. Thunder's a good one.
Thunder's a good one. Lightning.
Thunder, lightning. Yeah.
I like Cloud. I still think out of all of them, Cloud is the I stand by Cloud Webster.
Cloud Webster. Yeah, I like that. Too funny. So do we want to move on to the power couple, Chris and Corey with a K?
Hey, Corey with a K. His last name is literally Gamble. Like I feel like we're ignoring so many things about him. Like he said he was gonna like beat Courtney's children. We just let it go.
Yes, I know.
He used to be Justin Bieber's security guard. He quit that to be Chris's boyfriend.
Yes.
We just don't even question it.
Don't even question it. Yes.
I love
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
He's invited to all the family meetings of like the most important. And then they were like, oh, is Corey doing the security? So he's doing her security too.
Yes. Yes. He's head of security. He's Chris's boyfriend.
It sounds like he like gets Amazon package, like he deals with like the Amazon delivery driver is what it sounds like he does all day.
He's gonna change his last name to Jenner before you know it.
Oh my God. Gamble with a J and like a Corey with a K, Gamble like Jamble with a J. Yeah. Corey Jamble, it's coming. Oh
my God.
I'm glad that they stayed Jenners though, because do you remember when Chris was like gonna change to Kris Kardashian?
Yes, yes.
That was such a weird moment in time, I feel like.
Yes, that was
so I'm glad she stayed KJ, and I'm glad that like Corey is gonna be Mr. Jenner any day now.
Mm-hmm.
They probably won't get married though. Like if we're being honest, Kris isn't going to give that money up. She's not going to give that money up. She probably gives him enough money to make it so that they don't need to be married.
Exactly. They are not going to get married. Kris is not dumb. She is not going to marry again.
Not him.
No.
But he's probably fun to have around. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think she's getting as much sex as she said she is?
That's hard because on the one hand, I want to say no, just because I feel like anytime anybody talks like that, it's always no.
Right.
But it's like you think about Corey and it's like, I could see it. I could see Corey just then Kris is the one that says like she's the one that wants it. So I don't think he's going to turn her down. And I think he probably
I don't think he's going to turn her down either. But I think Kris maybe is allowed to talk.
I don't know. I have like whatever. I don't know if this is like a mental like disease or whatever, but I like physically cannot imagine other people having sex. Like I cannot imagine. You're like, oh, does Kris and Corey do it a lot? I'm like, I cannot picture it once. I can't even picture like the mechanics of it. It seems
I just picture Kris talking a lot of shit.
He's so
I want it 10 times a day, but then when it comes down to it, it's like, leave me alone. I'm busy. Like, I'm tired.
Time or
right.
Or whatever it is.
Right, exactly.
They might be having little like smooch sessions.
Right. But not,
full on,
or quickies here. No.
Do you think that Kim and Pete are doing it all the time?
Yes.
You do? You really do?
Yeah, I really do. I think they're doing it all the time.
That's amazing.
I think Kim and Pete are doing it all the time.
That's amazing. I kind of am starting to formulate a poll. I think I'm going to do a poll of like, who do you think is having more sex? And it's going to be like Kim and Pete, Kourtney and Travis, or like Kris and Corey.
I think, oh my God, I think it's a tie between Kourtney and Travis and Kim and Pete.
The thing with Kourtney and Travis is like, is it I mean, like they're doing so much other stuff. It's like, how much actual normal sex are they having? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like how much of it
I just picture
like some weird
like Kim and Pete just like laying around in bed and watching movies and just having sex and just watching movies and just banging all day. Yeah.
I actually think I'm gonna imagine that also.
Yeah, that's what I just pictured them doing. Just watching fucking Netflix, just watching movies on Netflix all day and just banging all day long. And that's their dates, and that's their life. They just, that's what you do when you have $50 million.
Good. Exactly. Tell me you wouldn't do the same.
Hells yeah. And if they want to go out, they go to CVS.
It's true. It's like the best.
Right?
It's the best. Yeah, I don't know. all of them, I don't really know what the true story is there. That's why you gotta watch the show, right? It's
right.
You see Courtney, like, I don't think the PDA, like, you see it on Instagram, but I don't think you really understand that, like, they are making out in front of their mother, their children, yes, their grandmother, strangers.
Yes, I know. He is feeling Courtney up on the table in front of her children.
It's the baby talk. It's like, I'm all there because I think, like, that's amazing. She deserves that. She went through so much with Scott. It's like, I would love that. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would be great.
Right.
But it's the, like, it's the bait, like the baby talking a bit of, like, nobody seems to be like the dominant one.
Right.
It's like, no, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it's like, that only goes so far. Like, I need somebody to be like, this is what I want, or this is what you want.
Right. Exactly.
Like, you want,
somebody make a fucking decision already.
Somebody make a fucking decision. Please. I guess it would probably be Courtney, right? I mean, yes, she's got to be the one that's sort of in charge of that situation.
Yes, somebody has to put the pants on already, please.
Oh my God. So, yeah, and like with Corey and Chris, it's like, I don't know if it's Chris that's in the driver's seat. Maybe you can take her word for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless she just wants people to think that, it's like, I've got it all. I've got $1 trillion and I'm having sex all the time.
And I go to the supermarket to be normal.
Yeah, to be normal. That was so surreal because it's like, besides the fact that it's so obvious why it's surreal, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you go to the grocery store every day.
Right.
It's weird to think about, like, the reason that they haven't done that is because they have people, right? So it's like they have people where they're like, they probably don't even know they need groceries. Like, there's probably a person whose job it is to know that they've ran out of the thing. And like, then they tell a person to go get it. And there's probably another person who puts it away.
Right.
So it's not just like she hasn't gone to the grocery store. It's probably that she's so disconnected from even, like, thinking about that.
Right. Because everything is just there.
Yeah. I mean,
she gets up in the morning and goes into her perfectly organized refrigerator and everything is there.
And we think about it like her. And I mean, I think about it too from the perspective of, like, she's the one being like, go get me donuts and go get me bread and go get me sandwiches and stuff. But it's like, it's probably only a fraction. That's probably only a fraction of it. It's probably like her house is like its own working thing. You know what I mean? It's like Kylie wants cereal, but the house needs all these, snacks or whatever. I can only imagine. Like, it's not Chloe that's eating all that food in her pantry.
House no.
Right? Her 16 different brands of peanut butter or whatever. It's like, she doesn't do that.
And those cookies are not being eaten by her.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even know. Like, they probably are like, okay, we need to get all these kinds of peanut butter. She's probably not even, like, involved in those situations.
No.
The car wash was cute. I love going, like, the car wash with, like, all the foam and stuff. Yes. I mean, that's something I find very entertaining as well.
Yes, that was cute. And the Christmas song. It wasn't just a Christmas picture. It was a song.
I don't like it. It's weird.
It is weird.
Very weird. I understand the concept. I understand it was amusing. Like, I liked the scene of the filming because I thought Courtney and, like, I thought it was cute how Travis was being, like, encouraging or whatever. And, like, Courtney thought it was cute that he was treating it like a real song. And so I felt like that whole situation was really endearing. And, like, Courtney's reaction to how cheesy and stuff it was, like, I feel like that all was very natural and real. And so I thought that was cute as far as, like, a family moment.
Right.
Or, like, a real moment. But the song, I never think that, like, Housewives or reality, all these people, I don't think that music, like, just doesn't need to happen.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
Like, I couldn't live my life without a Kris Jenner Christmas song.
Let's leave the music to the professionals, please.
And it's like so auto-tuned, like, because it's like you cannot like leave her on that track, right?
No, you cannot. No, you
So
cannot.
it's so distorted anyway. I never really heard about it though. Like, was that supposed to be big last Christmas? Or is it out this Christmas?
I think it might be out this Christmas.
God, I was kind of hoping we missed it.
Oh God, I hope so. Yeah, well,
Chris has this whole thing now on TikTok where like she said she was going to run for president, and then she like pops up on the screen and is like, "I'm joking," and it's supposed to be this new Rickrolling thing because it's like she jumps in and is like, "Just kidding."
Oh God.
So they have all these videos that are like that. I think that would be interesting if she was president. I bet she's probably a Republican though.
Yes, I bet she would be a Republican.
She's got those vibes. I don't necessarily think they all are, but I think she could probably be.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So do we have any last thoughts? Feelings, emotions?
As a wrap up of the whole show, I really enjoyed it. A lot of people disagree, but I really liked the fact that it was short.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was just like a good little teaser because I mean, in a way, it was kind of like I'm trying to think of what they call that, but like it was like a trial, right? Like they put out the teaser, like the 10 episodes or whatever, kind of like when they have there's this word I'm thinking of, I can't think
pilot.
of it. Yeah, like a sitcom or whatever, like a pilot they're airing or whatever. And so it was kind of like that. And so for that, I think it really, it was succinct. I think we got a lot of information. I think we got some kind of like tidbits and some satisfaction after them having not filmed for a while. Right. But I think that the to be continued or like the cliffhanger kind of part that they set up to it, I think it's successful. That to me was kind of like, okay, cool. Like I do want to watch more. I think if they would have come out of the gate with like 28 episodes, there's no way we would be having this conversation because I would probably be the only one still left watching it by the 28th episode. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, I totally agree. The shortest season was great, because it does get like draggy after a while when they have like the 28 episodes.
Just filler, just like I love it. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're like the real fans love it. Like I'll watch them pick out like a paint color. You know what I mean? But for like the average viewer, I think it definitely needs to be considered as far as like what is entertaining and what is just what's extra. Right. And I think the viewers that are more skeptical, I think they kind of keep the fat trimmed a little bit, I think that they're doing it in a better way this time as far as having a bigger budget, talking to the camera, kind of giving us like an eye in, even if it's still staged, it gives it more of a real feeling. So I think they're addressing that fourth wall. They're addressing a lot of the issues that I think people had with keeping up. Right. And so I think it's fresh. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work for a while at least.
Yes. Yes. Same.
And they probably don't have any intention of doing 18 seasons of this either. I mean, this is like a docu-series. So I think they're seeing it more as like a season by season thing. Mm-hmm. I would love a spinoff of like an old school Courtney and Chloe or like Courtney and Kim. Like if they could have some sort of a trip or like a summer together.
What was the spinoff that they did? It was
Chloe and so Kim and Courtney was New York.
Right.
Chloe and Courtney was Miami.
Yes, that's
what the radio show.
Yes.
And then Courtney, wait a minute. Courtney and Chloe was Hamptons. So maybe was it Kim and Chloe in Miami? No, it was Courtney. I think Courtney was on all of them. I think Kim was maybe only in New York.
Right.
But like a spinoff like that where they do like a little side trip or whatever. I think those are always so fun. They're so completely different. Like they all act like completely different people on those. So I think those are fun. Have you not watched those?
I only saw the Miami one.
Oh my gosh. No, they're so good. If you, especially anybody who's watching us talk about this right now, if you like the like 2000, 2010s nostalgia that everybody's talking about right now, those are so good. I mean, it's like the earliest fashion. They're all like, they're not famous enough to
Right.
like act. You know what I mean? So it's like you
Right.
see him like hooking up with randoms and like getting really drunk, and like a lot of Courtney and Scott fighting. A lot of that early, like the Lord stuff is in a lot of those.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely, that's like required viewing for sure.
Cool.
But as far as Kardashians go, I think it fits right in with all of them. It was delightful.
Yeah.
I'm really biased though. Like I think I'd give it a 10 out of 10 no matter what.
And you're looking forward to another season, right? Can't wait.
Do we have any idea of like a timeline for that?
And no clue. No idea.
I'd have to assume probably a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I assume Chris is shooting scenes for it right now.
Well, they did the Father's Day because that was the whole hoop de loop, because all of the dads were there, like
Right.
Tristan and Kanye, I think, were even like at this dinner.
Oh my.
It's like people, you have to watch the show because it's like we don't know anything about that. But if all those people are at like a lunch, I want to know.
Right, exactly.
I want to know
what the
a
fuck is
lot
going
more than
on.
they're telling us, you know.
Exactly. So, well, thank you so much. This has been fun.
Thank you to our viewers.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. And Ashley and I will be covering the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Stay tuned. We will advertise a day and time once we figure it out, because Ashley
go back and
still
catch up
has
on
to
all
digest. She still has to digest.
it. I'm not ready to talk about
Yeah,
it.
she is not ready to talk about
I
it.
might never be ready to talk about it.
She has lots of feelings about Dorinda and stuff going on in the mansion.
Yeah, so we'll be back to talk about that, the second one.
Yes.
Go
and check out our pregame.
Yeah, go to the Kiki and Kibitz YouTube page, watch all their videos, all the ones where they interview a ton of celebrities, all the ones where I'm in them. There's some good ones.
Yes, and follow Reality by Ashley on Twitter. If you don't already.
Yes.
And follow us on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. And subscribe, please. And thank you so much. Have a good night. See you guys soon. Bye.